Hey, how's it going? It's Mike, and I am here today to do a Malwarebytes versus Norton review. Now, these two providers have a clear difference in age, fan bases, and target users, but are they significant in terms of quality of these providers? Which one is safer, and which one is right for your daily activities? And guess what? I got some answers since I've been testing both of these premium antivirus softwares for the past 4 weeks. I'm going to cover everything from their ability to purge malware to the more general daily use stuff, including ease of use and overall performance. However, looking at protection capabilities within the apps, Malwarebytes Premium offers a range of valuable features, including real-time protection. Now, with this feature, the antivirus protects my PC from any potential malware or ransomware threats. The program also effectively blocks suspicious domains and IP addresses to just make sure that I never end up on malicious web pages. Now, where Malwarebytes antivirus truly shines is with its advanced exploit protection, which targets vulnerabilities in applications and security flaws. It acts as a shield, preventing malicious code from exploiting the specific weaknesses of vulnerable applications. So overall, that sounds pretty good to me. But one thing I'm not a fan of, Malwarebytes doesn't have a firewall. Meanwhile, Norton 360 has a two-way smart firewall. It watches both sent and received network traffic on my device while I browse, and that, in my opinion, is one of the biggest advantages for Norton. But is Norton safe overall? Well, it has some real-time protection of its own, which, interestingly, uses AI to monitor for various threats. Now, another Norton feature that increased my safety online is isolation mode. So if I stumble upon a malicious site, it's going to strip the web page of any risky content and also prevent me from sharing my sensitive data. And when looking at malware scanning, Norton is slightly more customizable than Malwarebytes and has 3 different options: quick scan, full scan, and file scan. While Malwarebytes has a quick scan and a configurable custom scan option that lets me choose what the antivirus checks. So while the quick scan reviews memory and startup objects, I can also choose to scan rootkits within archives, pups, and more. So both providers have their benefits, but I just prefer Norton here since they have more available scans. Now look, if you like one or the other of these contenders for the best antivirus 2023 and want one at the best possible price, well, then you're going to find exclusive deals just for you, our viewers, down in the description. You're going to want to check those out. Okay, so now we know what the scanning options are. Let's see how well they actually perform. Now, I've done my own test, as I do, and I've planted 10 malicious files on my device and tried to detect them with antivirus scans. Norton had great results on Mac with 100% detection. But unfortunately, can't say the same about Windows, where it detected 7 out of 10 malicious files. Meanwhile, Malwarebytes was able to do equally well on Mac, but worse than Norton on Windows, only catching 5 out of the 10 planted malware files. Sure, the Malwarebytes scan was quicker, taking just over a minute, but I'd prefer a better detection rate, wouldn't you? Okay, now CPU usage during Malwarebytes scans is a known problem, and unfortunately, still not fixed. During my scan, CPU usage went up to 90%. Norton 360 does not have this problem, and by comparison had much lower CPU usage, only occasionally surpassing 70%. Now, besides my own testing, I also have scan results of Norton versus Malwarebytes from independent testing companies. AV tests show that Norton has been smashing the detection rates for years now, while Malwarebytes protection has been lacking in recent years, but performance and usability are high. Norton showed perfect results, blocking 100% of threats, while Malwarebytes was close to that with 96.3%. So yeah, both were recognized as advanced grade products. So overall, after seeing the results of my own tests and the AV test data, looks like Norton has a slight advantage over Malwarebytes when it comes to protection, performance, and usability. Now, I think I pretty much covered all the must-have features, so are there any other noteworthy extra ones that those contenders for the best antivirus care to offer up? Well, Norton has a long list of extra features that are really useful too. It can offer a well-functioning VPN and password manager without any additional fees. Actually, the VPN does require a standard or pricier plan, but in my opinion, it's still really great since most other providers charge extra, if they even offer one in the first place. Now, I also found Norton's dark web monitoring to be really useful because it scans for data breaches tied to my email address and lets me know if any of them appear on the dark web. I can just turn this feature on and hopefully forget about it. For PC users, there's also a SafeCam feature, which notifies me if any third-party apps are spying on me. There are plan-dependent features as well, such as cloud storage. The storage size is going to depend on the plan you choose, but I gotta say that the basic Norton Plus plan is very limited, offering only 2 GB of space. Meanwhile, the parental control feature is also plan dependent and is available only to deluxe and premium users. Okay, now by comparison, Malwarebytes doesn't offer as many extra features as Norton, but it still has some stuff up its sleeve. For example, it offers a browser extension that incorporates an ad blocker, which can easily prevent most pop-up ads, trackers, scams, and potentially unwanted programs, making it pretty convenient. Now, I was also pleasantly surprised by its VPN, which has plenty of servers. However, that one's going to require the Premium Plus privacy plan. So yeah, overall when it comes to features, as you might have already guessed, gotta give the edge to Norton. It's unarguably one of the best antivirus for Windows 11 with such an impressive list of features. While Malwarebytes has an ad blocker and a solid VPN, it still could use a password manager and especially a firewall for some additional security. Alright, well, let's talk pricing. Which one brings more value for your money for this Norton versus Malwarebytes comparison? Well, for starters, Malwarebytes has a free antivirus version and Norton does not. But I can't really recommend it as a long-time solution. It can only remove threats that have already infiltrated your device and doesn't have any of the extra features. But the good news is that if you want to test out either of these premium antiviruses for free, well, both of them offer a 60-day money-back guarantee, which is quite a bit longer than most of what other providers offer. Now, looking at the paid plans, Norton has plenty of flexibility with 4 options. Now, of course, the more you pay, the more features you get. Malwarebytes also has 4 options here, but in general, Norton is considerably cheaper and it offers from 1 to 10 device protection. Again, depending on the plan you choose. And by the way, Malwarebytes offers 5 device protection at most. But plan renewals with Norton will be more pricey, so I'd recommend choosing a 2-year plan so that the friendly price lasts a little bit longer. Alright, with all that said, I still think Norton brings more value for your money. It's cheaper and it comes with a password manager. And as mentioned before, I've been testing so I could compare Malwarebytes versus Norton for 4 weeks now, and I gotta say, ease of use is really important. Alright, so let's start with Malwarebytes. It provides 3 options: browser extension, desktop app, and mobile app. I found the Malwarebytes interface to be user-friendly and straightforward across all 3 platforms. Now, it doesn't have that many features jammed into its apps, so it might be one of the reasons why it's so intuitive. Okay, now I gotta be honest here, Norton feels a little bit cluttered, especially when compared to Malwarebytes. And while Norton's interface isn't horrible, there's just some room for improvement, even with the amount of features and functionality it offers. So if you prefer a more streamlined and uncomplicated experience, well, Malwarebytes emerges as the winner for the ease of use category. Oh, by the way, if you like content like this antivirus comparison, well, the quickest way to show your appreciation is just by clicking on those like and subscribe buttons. Okay, although both of these premium antiviruses are definitely contenders for the best antivirus, I gotta offer up a winner, don't I? I think I made that promise. And well, I really gotta go with Norton. It just has way more features, better consistent test scores, and is more affordable. However, the Malwarebytes apps are easier to use and are a good solution if you're a beginner, or maybe you just want to clean an already infected device with a free version. Alright, time's up. That's it from me for this Malwarebytes versus Norton review. Oh, and by the way, do not forget to use our exclusive deals that you can find by clicking on the screen right now for either of these premium providers. Alright, I'll see you in the next one.